I'm a believer in the high energy life. I just say we have to shift from non-renewable energy to renewable energy, and we have to start taking the steps now. We really do have to start taking those steps now. This is what we're looking at. The federal government says we have 40 years, approximately, of fossil fuels. Now let's say that their figure is accurate, give or take 10 years. That is not a significant figure until you start looking at the depletion, until you start looking at what happens when you're halfway there, what happens to the price of the remaining fossil fuel. We have the latitude to do enormous changes in this society. We have the energy resources to make these changes. However, these are not simple changes I'm talking about.
No, they're not.
No, they're not really simple changes. We're just going to have to bite the bullet on some things and say this is going to cost us. I say frequently that I do not want to be put in the position, I refuse to be put in the position of having to tell my grandchildren, and I have grandchildren, I'm sorry, there's no more world for you. We used it all up.
I think people are responding to leadership overtures out of a very deep-seated, instinctual process that goes back to our tribal roots. When we were tribesmen and possibly evolved into the wise old men who led the tribe, if we lived long enough. And I think that this is something that just comes with the genes. We're born with it. And it's a very dangerous thing in this day and age, because technology has given us the tools of self-destruction. And if you put those tools in the hands of sick leaders, then we're really in trouble. When people come to me and say, and insist that I'm a cult leader and that I'm forming a cult, if they carry it on too long, I finally turn on them and I say, all right, we're going to start a cult. And we're going to Guyana next week, and we're going to start Herbert Town, and you can have the Kool-Aid concession. I mean, Jim Jones is a marvelous example of how nasty a sick leader can become and how that sickness can infect the people who follow. The problem with leadership is that leaders are human beings, and when they make mistakes, their mistakes are amplified by the numbers who follow without question. And that's why I say, think for yourself, ask questions.